Welcome to Couchbase Learning Services course, Introduction to NoSQL Application Development in PHP. Let's start by taking an overview of where this course is going. So first, what are you going to build? Well, we're going to focus on building a REST API because it's immediately useful. So we'll be looking at put, get, post, and delete routes, which underneath are going to implement the insert, get, replace, upsert, remove, and query methods. Query, because we will be looking at nickel querying and indexing, as well as cluster-wide counters as part of this course. We'll be implementing routing and dependencies using Slim Framework and Composer. So it's a good upfront question, why build a REST API when Couchbase already has one? Because it does. Virtually all Couchbase functions are exposed out of the box via REST. Just search for the Couchbase REST API endpoint list for the documentation. These APIs are used by all Couchbase administrative tools, both through the web UI and on the command line. However, it's the Couchbase SDKs, not REST APIs, that should be used for your own data access. These SDKs implement speed, features, and security, and as an SDK, you can integrate all of these much more tightly with your full application than if you just isolate it all in an HTTP layer. So how is the course structured? Well, we're going to start by walking you through installing Couchbase, loading data, and otherwise configuring your learning environment for this course. Then you'll install the SDK itself and do a basic connect, write, and read. There are different versions of this lesson for Mac and for Windows. Then we're going to provide a quick overview of the Slim framework, which will be used to route your REST API requests, handle your dependencies, handle your settings, and your middleware. Then we're going to jump into configuring access to a Couchbase cluster and bucket, along with an overview of the new Couchbase 5 security framework and how you will authenticate to your cluster in light of these new features. And then we'll take a look at getting a document via REST. Next, we'll reverse that and insert new documents and learn the importance of having unique document keys. We'll work with cluster-wide counters as one approach to ensuring the uniqueness of a document key. Then we're going to broaden out a bit and look at JSON data modeling in general and the importance of tracking your document type. We'll look at a couple of different strategies for making this happen. Then we're going to quickly look at a variety of ways to touch multiple documents or sub-documents with a single request, including the new Data Structures API available in Couchbase. All of this can help reduce your network traffic. Then we're going to look at updating and deleting documents, which on its face are pretty straightforward methods, but they implicate a few architectural points that we'll dive into to help you better understand how Couchbase is making this all happen so quickly. Last, we're going to learn how you can do all of the above and more using Nickel, structured query language for JSON. A big part of this is realizing how if you already know SQL, and if you're watching this video, you probably already know at least some, you're already a big jump ahead at putting the power of Couchbase to work. If you work at this promptly, you can have it all done in about 3 hours, but it's divided up so you can take it bite-size and approach it the way that's best for your learning patterns. So what do we assume you already know? Well, PHP and JSON. We also expect you have a basic understanding of Couchbase like you'd get if you watched these 2 fundamental courses here in our free online training. But whether you do or not, we're going to provide enough information to make sure you've got all the main points. We also expect you have a basic understanding of REST APIs. If not, here's an easy tutorial. And last, we expect you have at least a bit of familiarity with HTTP request routing of the type implemented in tools you may know like Sinatra, Slim, or Laravel, as well as the notion of dependency injection. But even if you don't get worried. Our workbook is thorough and you can simply move the code into place, look at it, and learn at your own pace. Speaking of learning at your own pace, how do you take this course at your level? Well, if you want, you can just keep it easy. Watch the video, complete the quiz, follow through the workbook, and just copy and paste the code. It's a PDF, you can do that. Or even just look at the solution code that we provide. If you want a bit more challenge, stretch yourself. Watch the video, do the quiz, and go through the workbook, but write your own code, revise the labs, twist it to your will. And you can go even further than that. Stretch yourself and then also complete some challenges that we describe in Labs 8 and 9 to really wrap your head around what it is that this SDK can do for you. To find more information about Couchbase, well, there's more courses here at training.couchbase.com, both free, and you can enroll in instructor-led training as well. You can go to developer.couchbase.com to get access to all of our code. Go to blog.couchbase.com for in-depth articles by developer advocates and other experts within our company on focused advanced topics. And then, of course, there's docs.couchbase.com for the documentation for our entire product line. We've got a lot of interesting learning ahead. I hope you stick around.